Have you been seeing those vacuum groomers on social media? Because I've seen them all over and I recently got my hands on one of them. And when I tell you it is a game changer, it is a game changer. I love mine. Mine looks like this. I'm going to link it down below, but there are lots of different types and they're not all created equal. The one that I got, the listings were fine, but when I got it, it was magnificent. It was amazing. I cannot even tell you how much fancier it is than it looks. And so most of them will look like this. They'll have a motor right here. And if you are doing your research, if you're paying attention to what you're buying, you should look for those low noise ones. That doesn't mean they're going to be quiet. It does mean they're going to be a lot less quiet than like your vacuum cleaner. 2 out of 3 of my dogs did perfectly fine with it. One of them was a little nervous and might have injured me a little bit, but we're working on it with her. We're building up the confidence. And so you don't have to have it turned on for the entire process, but it is designed to suck in that fur. So we'll get to that in a second. We've got the motor here. We've got a canister down here, which detaches and you're able to then remove that hair from. You can see I've got some fur right in there because I definitely used mine. And it has a lot of attachments that go with it. So mine came with a vacuum nozzle, so I can use it to reach fur that I can't reach with my vacuum cleaner, or like if I have done work, if I've like shaved my dog or something and it wasn't attached to the vacuum, I can just suck that right up. Very easy for me to manage and maintain that. And then it also has attachment heads that are razors. So if you're going to be grooming your dog and trimming that fur, you can just attach it right there, buzz that fur off, and it sucks it right into the vacuum. It doesn't even have to touch the ground. It doesn't have to get on your clothes. It's magnificent. And most of them come with 2 different razors, one that's a little bit bigger for the body and one that's a little bit smaller for like paws and ears and things like that. And it also has an attachment that is a brush meant to help get that undercoat out from your dog. And you can, with that one, you can either just do it on their fur to remove that fur, then turn the vacuum on to suck it in, or you have the ability to keep it on so that it never even touches the ground. It's always just getting sucked right into that brush. The beauty of the brush is that it has a button that you can click to allow it to move that fur off of it. So it's kind of like a self-cleaning brush, which is fabulous. Most of these brushes are a little on the pricky side. They're those tougher prongs meant to help get the undercoat out. So you do have to be gentle as you're doing this. Don't just try to lash out at your dog to groom them. Make sure they understand what's happening. Go slowly. So try the process first, then introduce the different elements of, how it feels when it's going across their fur, then add in the vacuum. Like, take it slow. Don't scare your dog with this one because that just means they're never going to go around it. But it is a total game changer in that it is catching that fur before it makes the house messy or before it attaches to your clothing. So there's different attachments. The one that I have actually has a base to hold all of those attachments so that I can very easily keep them nice and clean where I can find them. I'm not breaking anything. Like, the stand was probably my favorite part of this. Mine also comes with one of those little drill bits to do their nails so that as you are filing down their nails, it is just sucking in the debris from the ground nail so that it doesn't get all over you and your clothes and your floor and all the stuff in your house. So there's a lot of benefit to having this, but again, it does come down to your specific dog. If your dog is afraid of the vacuum, they might be a little afraid of this, and you might have to take steps to build up their confidence with it before you go switching it on near them. And you do not have to have it on the entire time, sucking in that hair. You can groom them and then suck in the hair. And even like with my dog, what I do is I will brush them, and then when it gets full of their fur, I'll turn it on, flick the little button so that it sucks in the hair, and then I'll turn it right back off. So it's not an entire time process, but it can be depending on your dog and how you've built up their confidence around machinery like this. So I love it. I cannot say enough good things about it. I am so glad I have one. If this breaks, I will be buying a new one. I am very, very excited for this one. This is actually sent to me by a company to do a TikTok, but because I like it so much, I'm also doing other things that is not specific to them, but elite. I love it. So I've linked this one down below, but there's lots of other versions that you can be looking at as well, depending on what you're going to need. I have 3 dogs and it does really well for them. And again, you can also use it just like as a normal vacuum to kind of clean up under your kitchen cabinets and under the couch and things like that. Things you can't reach with your normal vacuum. It comes with a really long hose too, so you have the ability to have the vacuum away from your dog as you're working on them as well, to give them a little more security and confidence while you're working. Ask your questions. Go ahead and drop them down below because I really like this one. I'm going to like talking about this one a lot. But when it comes to cleaning up after your pups and keeping them groomed down, this is a really, really good idea for a lot, not all, but a lot of dogs. I will see you in the upcoming episodes as we continue to drop daily episodes helping you navigate the world of leveling up for your pup to give them the best life possible as the best dog parent possible. We'll see you then.